Hello everybody. Hello again. Oh dear. Just got myself a nice brew. Just need it. I really need this today. I really need this lovely cup of tea. Oh dear. Hello everybody. Good to see you all here. No beer tonight, unfortunately, as it is a school night. So I've got myself a nice, lovely hot cup of tea here to drink and keep myself warm. I just had a lovely chicken arrabbiata, and I'm very full and a little bit sleepy. Hello, everybody. Yeah. So. How is everybody? How's everyone doing? Is the music all right? Does everything seem good? Let me know. Give me feedback. As always. Yeah, pointless. I might just call these little chatty streams. I might just call them pointless streams. I think it's a catchy name for it because Builder's tea tonight. No herbal. Just a classic PG Tips pyramid bag. Little bit of milk. No sugar. I'm sweet enough. I know. St. Patrick's Day. No beer. I know it is unfortunate. I thought about it, but I've got to be up so early tomorrow, and with it being lockdown and still sort of lockdown. St. Patrick's Day isn't the same unless you're in a pub and, with your friends and all that, and no one else in the house is drinking. It would just be me drinking on my own, and I thought that might be a little bit sad for today. Although usually I am just sitting here drinking alone. But I'm not alone, I'm with you guys, so it's not, that's different, I think, So no, it is just a cup of tea tonight, I'm afraid. Yeah, Pointless is a game show here in the UK. I was thinking, I hope people don't think I'm just going to be ripping off of that, or that I'm playing a game of Pointless. I actually don't understand how to play that game. Several people have explained it to me, and I've watched it, and I never can get my head around it. But I'm also not really trying to get my head around it, so that's probably part of the issue, I think. Oh yeah, love a Yorkshire tea. Love a bit of Yorkshire tea. That's my... So PG Tips and Yorkshire tea are my two favourites of the breakfast builder's tea variety. They're the best. They're the best. Is that a good slurp? Was that a good tea slurping noise? That's horrible. I won't do that anymore. I'm sorry. That was awful. How rude of me. Oh dear. Hopefully there's no lag on this one. Hopefully there's no lag on. I've tried to fix that, but I don't really know what that problem is yet. So all still a learning curve. We're all learning. We're all learning here. We're all learners. Top of the morning. Top of the morning to you. Again, my terrible Irish accent might make an appearance again tonight. I should. Do you know what? I actually forgot it was St. Patrick's Day. I should have thought about this more and done something more St. Patrick's Day-esque. I could have done like some sort of St. Patrick's Day thing. I don't know. Maybe. ASMR, yeah, with the slurping. Yeah, I don't do ASMR. I don't really get that either. I don't really understand it. Oh. So yeah, honestly, guys, I just wanted to do a little midweek stream because I said I was going to start doing this. But then I thought I've had a bit of a weird thought recently because So I had a lot of fun doing the Resident Evil stream on Saturday, and I think quite a few of you enjoyed it. But I'm still at like a. Basically, I'll just cut the long story short. Every time I do a Resident Evil video, well, recently I've only done really Resident Evil videos, so I can't really say it for gaming as a whole. But every time I've done a gaming video recently / Resident Evil video, I've just lost a lot of subscribers. So that's why today I was like, do you guys want to see more Resident Evil, or do you just want to hang out? Because I'm fine with either, you know, either one is fine with me. The vote, the winning vote was for just to sort of hang out and chat, which is great actually, because it means this is nice and chill, and I don't have to think about concentrating on a game too much. So it is nice. It is really nice to do this. But yeah, I noticed it's been a recent pattern since I started releasing the Resident Evil videos. I've steadily been losing subscribers, and it's always when a video is released. So like I release a video and I instantly just like lose a bunch of subscribers, and then I'll release like the next part and then more subscribers like leave. And that happened after the stream. I lost about like 60 subscribers, no, 50 subscribers maybe, and I was like, do people just really not like Resident Evil? Is that what it is, or is it the gaming? I don't know, but you know, I'm still working out what I'm doing here. But no, they weren't losers. We can't say they were losers. They've got, maybe they just weren't interested in that, and that's fine. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. But yeah, obviously I want this channel to grow. I don't want everyone to just like leave if they're not enjoying stuff, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to check in today, and I will still do Resident Evil, but and finish that game off and probably play more games. But I am still in that sort of transition stage where I think I am slowly turning this channel away from gaming, but I will probably still do gaming elsewhere, perhaps, as well, because I know people do enjoy that. So yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. That's what it is. I am just trying stuff at the moment, and I'm willing to go with sort of the majority on stuff of what people enjoy, because I'm pretty easy. Don't know if you noticed this, but I'm quite chilled out when it comes to that sort of stuff. I want everyone to be happy, you know. And I enjoy it either way, like just chatting and chilling, and like I am gonna, and like I know I keep saying it, but I am gonna start doing some more acting focused stuff. But I'm just very overloaded with work at the moment, and I'm on Easter holidays soon, and then that's when I'll be like sort of making things again and kind of coming up with more ideas. But at the moment I'm just like, I'm drained. So but this is nice and chill, and I really enjoy doing this. But no, actually, so the surge, actually, this is the interesting thing. Whenever I have done just sort of like a chilled sort of chatting video or something like that, the view count and even my subscribers and stuff has gone up. But whenever I do gaming, it drops. The like viewers and watch time and all that stuff, it kind of drops. So I'm actually, because I've been looking at analytics, and I am seeing a pattern. Like, it's just whenever I do some gaming stuff, things do have a dip, you know. But I do know that there are people that do enjoy that stuff as well. But what I was thinking as well, and I know again this is going to be good for some people and not for some others. We'll see how it works. but I was actually thinking of, because I am transitioning this channel, as I keep saying and keep intending, I am doing it slowly, because I am transitioning this channel into something a little bit more theatre focused and stuff like that over time, with maybe like a little tiny hint of gaming stuff in there, if I can tie it into theatre and acting and stuff, you know. What I was thinking is, once I have made that transition, I would start doing actual gaming content on Twitch, maybe, like doing my gaming streams as I've been doing them here, but instead of doing them on YouTube, doing them on doing them on Twitch, because obviously Twitch is a more gaming based platform, whereas YouTube, it isn't so much, in the streaming community, I guess, isn't so much known for its gaming content. It's more for other stuff. And yeah, I thought maybe, and if anyone is on Twitch, I thought maybe you could watch me over. Ow, just hit my hand on the light. I'm a mess today. Yeah, I thought of maybe moving that stuff over, and yeah, if people want to see the gaming stuff, like me doing the Resident Evil gameplay videos and things like that, they could see that over on Twitch. And then what I would probably do, because I know a lot of you like the highly edited gaming footage, I would then use footage from the Twitch and insert little gaming compilations onto this channel, so you kind of get a bit of both. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that idea. Let's have a little read of some of these comments here. I am all over. I just nearly spilled my tea over my whole setup. I'm all over the place today. Yeah, I think you're right, David. I think gaming is a bit oversaturated on YouTube, and maybe that is what it is too. Also, I feel like I am very late to the gaming YouTuber train. You know, like that had its peak in like 2018, 2017. And I think it has consistently kind of gone down since then, you know, like the mighty gamers of yesterday have sort of, I feel like they've dropped slightly too. And maybe that's, I don't know, maybe it's just that thing. Megan, yes, I have considered doing audiobook narration. I would love to do that. I have a voice reel. I'm currently looking for a voice agent. If there's any voice agents out there who would like to get in contact, please do. No, I'm currently looking for a voiceover agent. I would love to do things like audiobooks and voice work in general. I have done a little bit of it, like over the years, like a small amount. But I got a killer audio, audio voice reel made just last year, and it's really good, and I've been sending it out, but I just haven't had any agents bite yet, unfortunately, and that's just the way the industry is sometimes, you know. But yes, I would absolutely love to do audiobooks, and I'd love to do like commercials. I'd love to do like just random commercials and stuff, you know. That'd be fun. I've always been a fan of like adverts, which sounds really weird, but yeah. You know, I'd love to do that kind of work. That'd be awesome. Sorry, I'm just having large gulps of tea while I read some of these comments here. Ah, thank you, FireGen. Thank you. That's a very, very, very nice compliment. Well, this is it. I feel like people have been, which is nice. I feel like people have been coming to sort of just kind of chill with me, and the gameplay stuff has taken a sort of backseat, which actually is really nice, because I didn't expect that. And it is a really bloody lovely like compliment that people are coming to watch like me rather than watch like what I'm playing. So yeah, in that way I am sort of confident that I can sort of change things over. But, you know, I still enjoy doing the gaming stuff, but just maybe it's not the place to be doing the gaming stuff here at the moment, you know. And like I said, I really enjoy doing these just chilled little chats, you know. I am a little bit, sometimes I struggle with what I'm gonna say, but luckily you guys are always just asking questions and like posting great things for me to like respond to, because if it was just like maybe two of us here, I would just be awkward and just be like, what do I say now? Words and things. Yeah, the hand's alright, Amber. Thanks for asking. I didn't hit it too hard, but it just caught me by surprise. This big old light I've got here next to me. The Twitch stream VODs, I don't know, actually. I probably would upload them on this channel, to be honest. Just because having to start a whole new channel up and getting people to go, like, I think it's already hard enough being like, I'm going to be doing stuff on YouTube and doing stuff on Twitch, and then also to throw in like a third like place to go, like another YouTube channel. I'd be like, all right, go here for this one, and then go over here for this one, and then go over here if you want to look at that. And I feel like that may be asking too much of people. I already feel a little bit bad being like, will you watch me on YouTube and then come and watch me on Twitch as well? But yeah, I don't know. So I don't know about the second channel. Maybe in the future. Maybe if I get like, obviously, if I get a nice following and people want that stuff, then yeah, of course. But at the moment, I feel like a bit cheeky being like, can you go and watch everything on every single one of my channels, please? You know. But that's that's just me being overly polite and British as always. Anthony, do I have any tips for an aspiring actor? Actually, off the top of my head, I would do. It was actually that was the kind of thing I was thinking about doing little videos about, you know, just sort of like general tips, and not like, because I'm not a teacher, and I would never want to claim that I'm some sort of acting guru or anything like that. Like, I'm not. I'm just another actor trying to make my way through this incredibly difficult industry, and I would never want to come across as like, I am the authority in acting, and this is how you do it, and you should try and do this. Like, I would never want to do that. But I can sort of give little kind of hints and ideas and suggestions, I guess, on things that could help in an acting career if you wanted to pursue that. I did have the idea of doing, those sort of videos, like, you know, top 5 acting tips and things to do in the acting industry. I did have that idea. I might do that as a video. So I won't answer that question right now, mainly because my brain's gone blank and I can't think of any good tips right now. But that's cool that you've asked that, because actually that's that's the kind of thing that I kind of was thinking of posting. Again, really want to stress this. I don't want to come across as some sort of acting like masterclass thing. It won't be that. I won't be able to teach you how to act. All I can do is give you suggestions on what sort of things you can do, books you can read, and that sort of stuff, I guess, which is still useful. Yeah. Public domain film reactions. What do you mean by public? I don't know. What's a public domain film? Is that like a public service announcement? Is that what you mean? I would be up for doing some more reaction stuff. Reaction stuff I find fun. I mean, I enjoy watching reaction stuff, and I've always been like, that'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'd be up for doing reaction stuff. I don't know what public domain films are, though, off the top of my head. Oh yeah, no, Amy, I would love to do a fake masterclass ad. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will do that. Actually, that'd be quite funny. Oh, out of sorry, out of copyright. I know what you mean now. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I can look into that. I guess. Yeah. I guess I don't. I guess there'd be a list somewhere, right, of films that, public domain. I guess, right. I'll look into it. I could look into it. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Maybe if it was films that had just like some really weird acting choices in or something like that, like things like Troll 2, because I've actually not seen. There's a lot of those sort of really like those bad films that I've not seen, and maybe that would be fun actually, just to look at some like kind of weird, cringy acting from obscure movies. Yeah, I think a few of you guys have sort of mentioned, like, so maybe doing a Twitch thing and doing a YouTube thing, they kind of would go hand in hand, whereas having like several YouTube channels is a little bit more, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, 2 different YouTube channels might be too much, I think. Maybe not though. I don't know. I think it all depends on, I guess, how reach and stuff as well. Like if I feel like I'm getting the numbers where I could be like views and subscribers, where I feel like I could be like, okay, here's another channel that I made, then maybe I'll do it. But right now, well, I'm still quite a small channel, really. It's probably asking too much of people, Yeah, public domain books too. Okay, yeah, cool. That's a good idea. I did have an idea about doing sort of like maybe readings and stuff. More, that would probably be a thing I would do on stream actually. Like if I was going to do some more streams, maybe it would do like, I don't know, reading like monologues or something, or give me suggestions on sections of books that you'd like to hear read, and that sort of stuff. I mean, that would be fun, and I'd enjoy that. And that's that's just practice for me. So that's that's quite nice, really. The Room. I've actually still never watched The Room like all the way through. I've seen most of it in clips, but I've not watched like the whole film in sequence. That's a classic though. That isn't it? Really, that's your classic bad movie. Hi, hot lettuce. Good to see you here, buddy. No worries at all. I don't think there's a serious moment going on anymore. Yeah. Okay, so public domain stuff I need to look into, I think, because yeah, that's a good idea. But what's Flann O'Brien? What's that then? That sounds very Irish. It is St. Patrick's Day, maybe. Henry, you glitch. You would love Henry V's speech with armor and weapons. What I have in the kitchen. I don't have armor and weapons in my kitchen. But that's not a bad idea. I don't know what I'm an expert in. I'm not really. I wouldn't call myself an expert in anything, really. If I'm true, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But Yeah, actually, the thing with video game dialogue, and also Cake, so Luzo said that, and in Cake Cat Lady, you talk about games that you can act out. That's actually an idea that I had for something in the future when COVID is a bit more not here and you can be face to face with people. I was thinking like of actually, depending on budget and things like that, but I thought it'd be fun to like stage some like scenes from like video games, like, but like like well-known ones, like maybe like bad scenes, like yeah, exactly, like loser, like the Jill sandwich scene from Resident Evil, you know, like that would be quite fun. But doing it like not doing it as the game, somehow like doing it as if it was like a real play, you know, just kind of silly. I thought it was a silly idea I was thinking about, and I was like, you know, I've got obviously a lot of actor friends who I feel like would just do silly stuff like that with me. I don't know. It could be a really bad idea, but it could work. I'm not really sure, but I'm not sure, but I think there maybe could be a bit of a lag on the chat here. Can anyone confirm that for me? Can anyone confirm? Because I feel like some of the I feel like some of the questions are coming a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lag. Can someone tell me this? Is there lag? Is there lag? How many times have I said lag now? A good bad idea. Yeah, I thought there might be a little bit of lag. I feel like the chat's a little bit like behind, or I'm behind. I think I know I'm behind. You guys are in the right place, I think. I don't know. Okay, cool. Oh, so yeah, okay. So there is definitely lag then. Fine. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for confirming that. Cool. Okay, hot lettuce. That's good to know. That's good to know. I'm still learning this stuff. But yeah. I can imagine it can make conversations awkward. I think, yeah. Because sometimes I'll like ask a question and then I won't actually get replies to the question until like a few minutes after I've already started answering another question. And then I'm like, oh, I'll go back to that one now. Track phone. Oh, I used to have a track phone when I lived in America for a little bit, and I used to have a track phone, and my God, that's a bloody awful phone service you get. Track phone, it's terrible. I also used Boost Mobile for a little bit as well. I didn't think that was great either. Time is imaginary. Probably is. Though I can definitely feel myself aging now, you know. Now I'm in my 30s, it's definitely starting to like take over, you know. Where's my... 1 second. Uno momento, I shall return. I'm only going to go over here for a second. Just wanted to get my phone to check... where did I live in the US? I lived in Missouri. Good old Missouri. Branson, Missouri, to be precise. I briefly talked about it in a past stream. It's a little, it's a small town. It's a small town in the south of Missouri, that on the border, near the border of Arkansas, and it's like an old showbiz town. My mum describes it the best way. She calls it a town of has-beens. Because it's basically where like old performers from like years ago, they kind of go there to do shows and then like kind of die, I guess. Like they kind of go there and then they kind of just spend the rest of their lives there and then do shows. And Andy Williams, if anyone knows who Andy Williams is, he sang Moon River, da, 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 that song. He is he lived there at the end of his life, and he was doing a show. He did a show there. Well, he had a theatre there. He owned a theatre there, and his theatre did shows with like the Osmonds and stuff. Not Donny, just the other Osmonds. And yeah, it's that kind of place, you know. It's like where old kind of singers and stars from like the 50s and 60s and 40s and whatever kind of go there and do shows until they eventually shuffle off this mortal coil. Anthony, he answers your question about what inspired me to taking the profession. I don't know. Let me think, because I always wanted to act from being like a kid, and the earliest sort of like memory I have of like kind of performing and then and finding myself really enjoying kind of just doing that was when I was like, this is one of those like cringy stories that like your parents would tell about you when you're like little. But when I was little, I I used to really like The Mask, the film The Mask, the Jim Carrey vehicle. I used to do scenes from The Mask in my living room when I was about 4. And I used to do it like all the time. I'd do it every Sunday. Like, and it wasn't, yeah, that's the thing. It was every Sunday. It was like every Sunday, 7 o'clock on the dot, I'd come out and I'd do my mask scene in the living room in front of my parents and my sister and my dog. And yeah, I'd do that, and then from there I started doing other things, and I'd always play with voices, and I'd always do like loads of weird voices, and then obviously when I was at school, my teachers always like, because I always did all this kind of performery stuff, the teachers would like always push me into doing like the school plays, and I really enjoyed doing that, and it just sort of was just like, it just kind of carried on, and then before I knew it, I was like a teenager, and I was still doing drama classes and stuff, and I was like, I think this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I'd watch other actors and performers and stuff, and one turning point was when I was in like year 7, so I was about what, 11, 12, that sort of age, and my drama teacher just came up to one day and was like, Rhys, have you ever heard of Les Miserables? And I was like, no, I haven't, actually, at the time. And he was like, I think you'd make a really good Gavroche. I'm going to speak to some people and see if I can get you an audition. And I was like, okay, sure, why not? So I went home and I told my mum and dad about it, and they were like, he said that? Les Mis? Oh, we love Les Mis. And then they went and got a video. They had a video of like the 10th anniversary concert version, and they sat me in front of the TV video combo that we used to have back in the day. They put the video in and made me watch it, and I loved it, and I was like, oh my fucking god. And then I saw the character Gavroche, like the little boy, and I was like, oh, I'd love to do that. That looks awesome. That's so cool. And I got really excited by it. I never got an audition, and it never actually happened, and I never did get to play Gavroche, which is it's a tragic end to that story. But I mean, from that moment, I think that was probably the turning point where I was really like, I want to fucking do that. I want to go on stage and do things in front of people and stuff, you know? I think that's when it really happened for me. But yeah. So in answer to your question, I think Les Mis might be the short answer to that question. Watching Les Mis when I was about 11. Because I love musical theatre as well. I'm a huge, massive musical theatre fan as well. I sort of fell out of love with it a little bit over the past few years, but I've also recently started to really gain my my love for musical theatre again. Yeah. So I just listened to the Heathers soundtrack for the first time the other day, and that is fucking good. That's a bloody good show. I mean, the soundtrack is so good. I have been listening to it non-stop for the past 3 days, and I'm really annoyed that I missed it when it was on in London. And I'm hoping it comes back, because that'd be really cool. I think I'm a little bit too old now to be in that show, probably, because the cast are meant to be like teenagers. I don't know. I look quite young when I shave, so you know. But yeah, Heathers is so good. The lyrics are just so tight, and the music's great, and the harmonies in that. There's some beautiful harmonies in it. There's so many of the songs I was listening to, and they were nearly bringing me to tears because of how lovely the harmonies were. It was bloody gorgeous. No, Anthony, don't apologise. It was a really good question, and like I said, I'm happy to answer that sort of stuff because, yeah, you know, it's if that's what you want to do, that's really cool, and yeah, definitely, you know, if you want to get into doing theatre and doing acting and stuff like that, like I said, I'm happy to do some of that sort of content where I talk about sort of little tips and things you can do, you know. Are you based in the UK or somewhere else? Because that's the only other thing is I'd only really be able to give advice on, I guess, the UK, because I don't know how things work anywhere else, and things are slightly different depending on where you are. I think some of it is. Oh, really? You were listening to it in college today, Lucas? That's cool. What kind? Do you go to a musical theatre college? Is that where you go? Because that's fun if you're not. Yeah, Veronica is that's a great female role. It's a very good role. But yeah, Lee's Sweeney Todd's one of my favorites actually. I love Sweeney Todd. That's a role I'd love to play. I'd love to play Sweeney. Hey, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Ah, New York. You see, say I wouldn't. I mean, I think general sort of advice I think would probably be similar in terms of like sources of learning and stuff, I guess, like acting books and things, you know, because yeah, I mean, like a lot of the books, a lot of the acting books that I have read have been written by American authors and are, you know, set in the American theatre industry, so that sort of stuff I can help with. But then when it comes down to like things, I don't know anything about like SAG-AFTRA and that stuff really yet. I mean, we have our own sort of version of it over here called Spotlight. It's similar. It's the same sort of thing. It's you know, well, we got Equity as well. I don't really know much about things like SAG-AFTRA and stuff. I know it exists and I kind of know basically what it is, but I don't know how. I know you've got to get like 3 I think you got to get like 3 credits before you can get onto it or something like that. I read one book I will recommend off the top of my head just now is Jenna Fisher's book, which I forget the name of it, but Jenna Fisher from The Office wrote a really, really good book about, and it is all about her journey of getting into acting, starting from like when she first decided to become an actor, and she like moved to LA and was like poor and like had to work terrible jobs, which we've all had to work, and from that all the way up to like her being in The Office. And that's a really, really informative book, and she actually tells you a lot about how things work within the American industry. Because I remember thinking, oh, that's slightly different to how we do it here, but that's really good to know. So I definitely recommend that book if I can remember the name of it. But it's written by Jenna Fisher, so if you just search Jenna Fisher acting book, you'll find it. It's very good. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Is that her name, Jenna Fisher? Pam from The Office. Is that her name? Yeah, Jenna Fisher. I think that's her name. I can't remember. Yeah, Sweeney Todd is bloody good. I saw it that was a show I saw years ago when I was like, I saw it when I was about 14, and I was like, what is this crazy show about murder? This is brilliant. And that was my introduction to Sondheim as well. And now I love Sondheim. Sondheim is bloody great. Complicated, but great. Genius. But yeah, that was my introduction to Sondheim. Yeah, Rocky Horror counts as a show. That's definitely a show. If it's, in a theatre and they sing and they do the thing, then it's a show. Rocky Horror definitely counts. I've never seen a real production of it. I saw like a fringe version that was very good, but I never like seen like the number one like tour version or anything like that. Have I got a favourite musical song? Oh, I don't know. There's a song that I really like from a musical called Falsettos, called "What More Can I Say," and it's a song I used to use a lot in auditions. I still would use it. I just haven't been to many singing auditions recently. But yeah, that's a beautiful song. I would say that's one of my favourites. I also love "Don't Do Sadness" from Spring Awakening. I love that song, and Blue Wind, like the duet. That's a beautiful song. Oh yeah, loads. It's too many to pick from. Stars from Les Mis. Like, there's so many good like MT songs, I've never seen Newsies, actually. Newsies is one I've not seen. I think, isn't it on Disney Plus? Maybe I'll look at it. I know they didn't make it over here. I think because apparently they couldn't find good enough people to be in it or something like that. I swear that's what... Like, it was meant to come over here, but then when they did the auditions for Newsies here, they were like, British people aren't as good as American people. Let's not do the musical. I swear that's something that happened. Yes, that's the book. A survival guide. An actor's survival guide. Jenna Fisher, an actor's survival guide, I think it's called. Is really very, very good book. Highly recommend it. It's very good. Especially if you are coming from the US side of the theatre industry. She talks about SAG-AFTRA in that, for example, and says she tells you exactly what you need to get into SAG-AFTRA and that sort of stuff. So I feel like that would be very useful for you, Anthony. Definitely. Samantha, I'm sorry to hear about that. That's 3 years is a long time. Well, I think they were talking about more from when they were auditioning for Newsies. I think it was more from I think it was dancers. I think maybe what it was. I think it was dancers and singers. I think they were comparing. I think they were saying that like dancers and singers in America were better than the ones we had here at the time. Anyway, I think maybe maybe they've stepped up the game here. And also, I don't fully quote me on that. I swear that was something someone told me about that, or I read it somewhere or something like that. It might be bullshit. I don't really know, but I know that it was meant to come over here and then it didn't. And I'd heard that, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to give you false information, so maybe double check. I'll double check that too, because I don't, you know. And obviously, we got some fucking talented performers over here. You know, I was when I heard about that, I was like, really? That seems a little bit like, I don't know. Oh yeah, I listened to like one song from Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I forget the name of it, but it was Neil Patrick Harris singing it. That's the only song I know from it. I'm sure he sings a lot of songs in it, but that's the only one I know. Oh, see you later, Fire Jen. Thanks for coming. Good to see you. Are there any plays or movies I've always dreamed to be a part of now? Oof. Do you mean things that I've like missed out on? Yeah, loads. To be fair, there's also loads of shows that, like musicals and things like that. I would have loved. One of my dreams was to be in Spring Awakening, the musical Spring Awakening. But I'm too old for it now. I wouldn't be able to do it now because I even if I shave and stuff, like I wouldn't look young enough for it, because you're meant to play like 15 years old, and you know. But my first ever big audition out of drama school was for Spring Awakening, for the West End production, and I fucked it up. I absolutely fucked it. It was my first audition, so you know, like I'm not like my first big audition after training, you know, and so it is what it is, you know. I even went in thinking I don't know what the fuck I'm doing for this, you know. But yeah, I was sad that I missed that. I always had hope I could maybe audition for it in the future, but then it never came round again. And then before I knew it, I was fucking, you know, past 30, and I was like, well, that's a show I'll never get to do. And with films, I've never really thought that way about films, because I don't know, like films. There's loads of films that I would go like, oh, I'd love to play that character, but I guess like being realistic and stuff, and where I am in my career, it's not like I'm not in the position where I would be put in those films right now, so it's not something I would think about. Whereas when it comes to like plays and musicals and things, I'm a little bit more like, well, you know, those are things I could have actually auditioned for, you know, at the moment. But oh, Lucas, you're hearing back from a musical theatre school on Friday. What do you mean? Which one? Which one, may I ask? Because that's cool. That's cool. It's really nice to see some of you guys are actors and performers, and or like you're pursuing that too. That's really nice, because oh, Spring Awakening the musical I was talking about. Sorry, not the. I've read the play. I read the play years ago when I was auditioning, when I prepared for the audition. But no, it was the musical that I was auditioning for. I really like the songs in that show. I wanted to be Moritz, the guy with like the big hair like that, which I could still do the hair. The hair I can get away with. This is all lockdown. This is what lockdown has done. There's no hairdressers open, so it's all pretty big at the moment, you know. Can't wait to get my hair cut. See, I could do a man bun and everything. I won't do that because I don't think it looks good on me, but it's pretty long. It's pretty long. Oh, that's cool. Kappa, yeah, I've heard of Kappa. That's really cool. Well done, Lucas. Well, you know, I hope it all goes well and stuff, and I hope you hear good news on Friday. That's awesome. I don't know, Samantha. I mean, I think there's always going to be a place for people in the industry. You know, like I wouldn't. You know, I think there'll always be roles for people. The nice thing about acting is that you know, I mean, the industry has its downfalls, and there's a lot of bad stuff in the industry, and there's a lot of, you know, bad casting decisions that are made, I find a lot, and there's a lot of unrepresentation, but things are getting better, and there's a lot of people that are willing to give, you know, chances to other people and stuff, you know, so I wouldn't rule it out completely, because things are better. Also, Abigail is a very tall woman. She's tall, you know, and her acting career is doing fine, as far as I know. She's doing great right now, so that's, you know, really good for her. Yeah, Samantha, definitely. I think, you know, if it's something you love and, you know, you want to do it, you have the passion, just do it, you know. It's not, just put yourself out there and try and get some auditions in and stuff, you know, like it's. Felixius, thank you. We're all trying to get by, us actors. I hope you guys at the NHS are doing okay, because you guys are doing some fucking amazing work right now, and you deserve so much more thanks than what you're currently getting from the government right now. So, and my hat's off to all of you, because you guys are doing fucking amazing right now, and a lot of us couldn't be where we are right now without you. So, you know. I'm glad to hear you better, Samantha. I'm glad to hear, you know. Yeah, so I think theatre stuff, you know, I will be trying to do more of that. Like I said, I've got Easter holidays coming up soon, and that's gonna be time for me where I have all my days free for like 2 weeks. So I'm just gonna crack down and get some stuff done. But yeah, okay, that's good. I'll maybe things like acting tips and stuff is a thing I can kind of do, you know. But what's my fave genre of music as a guilty pleasure? I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better than genre. I will tell you my favourite recording artist. That's a guilty pleasure. and this is pretty bad. This is a pretty bad one. Like, people think, like, people go, oh, my guilty pleasure is this, and then I'm usually like, that's actually quite good. My guilty pleasure is a genuine, real guilty pleasure. Are you ready for it? Here it comes. One of my favourite guilty pleasure recording artists is Jason Donovan. I love Jason Donovan, and I am not ashamed to say that. He had some absolute bangers in the 1980s and early 90s. So there you go. That's all on the table. You can all, you know, take that as you will. Some of you probably don't even know who Jason Donovan is. I just realised he was a singer. He had like maybe one hit and a few other songs that some people knew. But he was famous for being in the program. What was he in? Neighbours, was it? I think he was in Neighbours, the Australian like soap opera. And he was in it with Kylie Minogue, who some of you will probably more of you will have heard of Kylie Minogue than you will of Jason Donovan. But they were two stars from that in the Australian soap Neighbours, and then they came over to the UK and then had like successful pop careers. Kylie more so than Jason. They did a duet together. It's actually quite a good thing that a lot of you don't know who Jason Donovan is. Yeah, no, it's a good thing that none of you know who he is. He is basically. I tell you, hang on, I'll show you. There he is. JD in all his glory. There he is, look. Just sitting there on the, you know, oh. He's a happy chappy. There he is. Yeah, especially, that's it, Lees. You know what I'm talking about, Lees. Especially for you. There you go, 10 Good Reasons. There you go, there's his first album. That's it. There you go. Oh, check out the tweed, you know. Very stylish. Very stylish in the 1980s. Very good. Very good. Yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. So, you're welcome. He also does he was also in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat for some of the musical theatre fans too. He I think he was the original Joseph or the second Joseph. He was one of the Josephs. He's one of the one of the early Josephs in that show. Yeah. Kylie Minogue was in Street Fighter the movie, and that movie is a ride. Yeah, it's very. Jason Donovan is like classic 80s. He's like, you know, because my answer to the guilty pleasure question probably would have said 80s music, right? But I don't see 80s music as a guilty pleasure. I love cheesy 80s music, and I don't even look at it as a pleasure. It's good music, you know. Anyway, on that note of me bearing all of my guilty pleasures, I might have to leave this stream here, as I've got to go to bed in like 30 minutes because I've got to get up so early in the morning tomorrow. And Chippy, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm leaving now. I'm sorry, Chippy Games. You came all the way from America. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one here, guys. So, but thank you so much, all of you, for stopping by again, as usual. It's great to see you all. I'll be on again on Saturday. Don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I might actually try and prep something for Saturday, maybe, because I've not done any prep. I've not done prep for any of these videos. It's probably something I should think about. But yeah, I mean, I might play a game. I might not. I'll see. I'll see what the general sort of vibe is and how I feel and stuff. You know. I'll think of something. I'll think of something to do on Saturday. But I will be here on Saturday. Count and see me here on Saturday at 8 o'clock as per usual. You all. It's been lovely chatting to you all about theatre and stuff as usual. And thanks for all you lovely people for chilling out on me and watching me drink tea. I'll be drinking again on Saturday, so you'll have that to look forward to. I'll do my St. Patrick's Day drinks on Saturday when I can wake up on Sunday and not feel bad about what I've done the night before. Not that I'm doing anything crazy, I just meant I'll have a hangover. That's all I meant. I'm not going to do anything weird, don't worry. So yeah, good night everybody. It has been a pleasure as always. Lovely to see you all here. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely rest of your week. And I'll see you in the next one. One eye. See you later, guys. Have a good one. You guys are great. Yes, Guess the Beer. I'm playing Guess the Beer on Saturday. Thanks, Felixus. Guess the Beer. That's what we're doing. Blind beer testing. Look forward to it.